previous video about this specific YouTuber that just pisses me off for some reason, and I couldn't place why she pissed me off. This is her. This is her channel right here. This is how she look, right? This is her channel. Now, don't send any hate to her at all. Like, she just, something about her irks the fuck out of me, and her talking points piss me the fuck off. And, it's like, the energy is almost familiar, the irritation that I get of why I can't place, why the fuck I have such a disdain for her immediately. She's a alteori 2.0. That's the reason I cannot fucking stand her. She's an alteori 2.0. That's what it is. Like, she's a fucking grifter in training that just overbakes her shit on a surface level to not fully go into grifter shit. But, like, with alteori, she's fully in grifter shit now. Like, it's completely different night and day. But she's, like, at the, like, starter beginning level of this grifter shit. That's why I was, like, I couldn't clock it at first. And then I started to slowly go through her video, and I realized she's full of shit. She's a grifter. Now, I can just play some audio from it about her talking points on, like, God of War Laufey.
And which games are allowed to be attractive, and underneath that, it has never really been about female leads at all. It has always been, no, not that one. The second a female character threatens the narrative or the developers, she is shoved out the door, insults flying, a pawn that gets moved off the board the moment that she's inconvenient. But finally, moving away from character design, we do have to address the other elephant with God of War, the repeat pattern of male-led franchises being handed to female leads. Now, I don't know. God of War Laufey could end up being a great game that fans unite together on and end up loving. I don't know the future, but even if that does happen, it is obvious that Santa Monica is making a lot of creative decisions with this game that at the very least...
I need her to shut the fuck up. I need to calm down because I made the previous video, I was agitated like a motherfucker. Now, I don't know what prehistoric fucking chimp that needs this drilled in your fucking skull. Like, me no understand. Me need picture cards in order for me to get this. I'm gonna make this plain and fucking simple. Kratos is not being replaced. Kratos is still going to have stories in the game. I mean, when it comes to Santa Monica Studios, there's still going to be games that are going to be produced. They're just going to be taking little, like, avenues, expanding on different characters while we wait for, like, current games. Like, when it comes to Kratos, like, I don't know if a new game is coming out immediately following Laufey. I don't know if it's going to be branching on to Loki or, like, Atreus, because I already know motherfuckers going to be, well, I wonder if they're going to complain when Atreus is taking over. They probably will, but not as much as it is when it comes to Laufey. Now, people have complained about the Marvel humor in the cube. For some fucking reason, this cube is just taking everybody out, even though after everything that we fucking witnessed with fighting trolls, berserkers, having a talking fucking head, having a giant whale to free, fighting Valkyries, dwarves, dragons, but a fucking gelatinous cube is what's taking people out, which is... And I guess the Marvel humor, or Millennial Marvel, or whatever the fuck it is, which I got none of that in the trailer whatsoever. So they just throwing out fucking words at this point. Like, with, like, the points that she even brought up, it was like how female, like, are taking over, I guess, whatever fuck reason. She threw up Nathan Drake from, like, Uncharted. But the thing is, when it came to, like, Lost Legacies, is the fact that Nathan's story ended in A Thief's End perfectly. That was the perfect send-off for his character. He didn't need a sequel. Like, they could have followed Sam. There's some much interesting things rather than bring Nathan back. They could do that. They can do that now if they wanted to. It's not off the table. They can always follow them, but it's just not going to be following Nathan. That's... Like, it's not going to be following. His story is done. I don't get that. Then you have as much as I have my problems with The Last of Us, I understand what they tried to do. It just didn't stick well for me. Like, I still don't give a fuck about Abby. I still don't give a fuck about her core characters. I don't give a fuck about her father. But I understand her reasonings behind her actions now rather than I did back when I first played the game. But do I still think that they stuck the landing? No, fuck no. That's no. Then they had The Witcher with Geralt being replaced by Ciri, but like I'm kind of confused. Did y'all not play The Witcher 4? They already kind of gave off the aspect that she was going to be leading the fucking series. Like they literally have you play as series in a good portion of the game. So I don't know why the fuck are y'all complaining like this wasn't the possible route. I feel like some people were like probably excited to even play as Ciri, like in a new like spinoff or a potential sequel. We have no idea what happened to Geralt. He could possibly come and be a secondary playable character. Who fucking knows? We have no idea until we get our hands on the games. Right now, you're just basing this shit off of just purely fucking assumptions.
Are sparking a lot of backlash from their fan base, from the quippy blue cube, sparkly talking ribbons, and quirky millennial dialogue to playing as Faye herself.
Again, what millennial fucking dialogue is you talking about? I have the only thing is pointing back to the fucking cube and the fucking ribbons. That's the only time when I'm thinking about millennial dialogue. Because outside of that, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
At the heart of it, you've still got a beloved male-led franchise that is doing great and has been around for the last 20 years. The studio then decides it wants to tell a woman's story, which is completely fine, but...
What the fuck is a woman's story? What the fuck does Faye's gender have to do with her story? It's just Faye's story. It has nothing to do with her being a woman. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you think they're going to be talking about her... going through her fucking menstrual cycle or something? What the fuck are you talking about a woman's story? What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does a woman's story mean? What the fuck does she... I don't know. Maybe somebody else can correct me on this. I don't know what the fuck she mean by a woman's story.
Instead of building her a brand new world, they hand her...
Literally what the fuck they just did. Now, let's go ahead and explain some things. We can look this up on Google. Look this up on Google. All right, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Wouldn't Kratos not be considered the god of war after destroying his pantheon and going into the Norse realm? Okay. Literally, this is a literal synopsis. Kratos did not retain the title of God of War immediately upon destroying the Greek pantheon. Arriving in the Norse realm, reluctant to repeat the tyranny of Olympus, he refused to rule. However, the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC concludes with him finally accepting the seat on the Norse Council as the official God of War. So he's a God of War, but not the same tyrannical God of War that he was in the Greek pantheon. He is a different type of God of War. Okay, see? Rejection of titles, the fallen god era following the events of God of War 3. Kratos wandered the earth in exile. When he arrived in the Norse realm, he wanted to leave his violent past behind and live a quiet life with his wife Faye and son Atreus. Fear of corruption. Kratos refused to take on the mantle of God mantle of war again because of his immense pain and destruction of his blind rage causing Greece. He believed his nation was tied to violence and destruction by a healthy ruler. The choice in Valhalla. Tyr intervention in the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC. The Norse God of War Tyr acts as a guide to mentally test Kratos. Tyr helps Kratos process his past trauma and forgives himself for his past sins, reclaiming the throne. Throughout the trials of Valhalla, Kratos realizes that he no longer has to be the monster that tore Greece apart. He can confront his younger self sitting in the throne and make peace with his bloody history, acceptance of hope. Kratos eventually steps up to fill the void and accepts Freyr offer to join the Realm Council and embrace the sea as the new Norse god of war, vowing to lead not through destruction but through hope and wisdom. So all intents and purposes, he's not the god of war. He's a new variation of a god of war that we're not. That's different from Greece. Now, back to what is said. There's his story has concluded for now. He's still going to be the main protagonist. They're just focusing on a different character for now to build upon their story. They have set it up in 2018 and they have set it up in Ragnarok, and I have been intrigued ever since. I've always wondered what could the possible Fae game could bring and what they could actually tackle and what type of story that they can like come from it. Like, I am very intrigued about what we saw in that trailer. I'm very intrigued. I want to see what could be the possible journey, what could be the possible end, the character development, and what's to the future. With Atreus went off, we already know we possibly get in the game with Atreus, and I already know people are probably going to bitch about Atreus being the main protagonist, but not as much as how they're bitching about Faye being the main protagonist just for one game. Y'all acting like she's finna be the main fucking protagonist for the next 4 or 6 games that's coming in. You cannot critically fucking think. You're fucking... Oh my god. Y'all just got brain-eating amoebas in your fucking brain cells.
An existing one and move the original lead into the passenger seat or the trunk. And I think that if this...
What the fuck does the trunk mean? What? I mean, maybe she could be referring to... maybe she could be referring to Joel, but I understood narratively why he needed to die. I just didn't like the way he died it. I just didn't like the way how he died, but I understood why he needed to die for this story to happen. And I understood in the context of this world that even his death makes sense. It's not going to be one of this action movie go out on a last note or like some shit like that where he go out guns blazing. Like, you feel me? I get it now, but I still have my issues with The Last of Us Part 2, but I understood what needed to be happening narratively.
This was just a one-off thing, not a consistent pattern. People might not be so vocal about it. I don't know, it's hard to say.
One-off thing? Y'all acting like people didn't have to play as white male leads for better half of their entire fucking lives. As a black man, that has always been something that's been in existence, especially as either being any type of minority or any woman. Like, you have always played as a male main protagonist. It's not like we out here just saying, oh, let's force every game to be like starring a male a female main protagonist. Like, I have no issues playing either fucking character. I have no issues. If a character is white, I have no issues. If a character is Asian, if a character is Native American, if a character is black, if a character is... if a character is a woman, I have no problems. I don't have a problem with it. Like, hey, if a character is black and it just so happen to be a main protagonist, hey, that's cool. That's what's up. There are tons of games that I have in my fucking like wish list that's not even have like main protagonists that are black. Let's see. Here's one right here. Blood of Dawnwalker. I'm getting this shit Friday night. I'm pre-ordering this shit Friday night. Hold on, where's another one? Fable. Even though you can create your own character in Fable, so that really doesn't compute. Let's see what else I got. Nah, these are two totally different things. A lot of these games are like Until Dawn. Well, we have one black character in here, so we got our token minority. I think we have we have an Asian. We got Wolverine. Wolverine, he's technically a mutant, but he's still white, so. God of War Alfade, so that's already an example. She's a white woman. I have nothing in common or anything that I can like relate to as a white woman. But I am excited to play that game. I even have Adventure of Elliot. I think this is more of a Japanese game. I'm not totally sure. But I'm interested in this game. That's for damn sure. Avatar. I'm interested in Avatar fighting game, and that's based off of Southeast Asian culture. Maybe I think it's like Asian culture specifically. Batman, Lego. That's a white man. That's the only black main protagonist that I've seen so far. Oh, that's only a 3 out of 3 star. Damn, I actually wanted to play that shit. I'm gonna still probably play it, but not anytime soon. Dragon Ball, Japanese base. No, 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 no. Almost fucked up right there. I don't got the money for that. Where am I right now? 15 minutes? Octopath Travelers. Hunter, The Reckoning, Death Wish. I think you can create your own character with this one. I'm pretty sure you can create your own character with that one. Banner Saga. Hades. South of Midnight. That's the only one where you play as a black woman. That's actually good storytelling and music. The art style is just beautiful. I played this up on my Xbox. That's why I haven't purchased it up on here. Then you have Seasons. Feel like that's a good game to play. Haven't played it yet. Gotta buy it sometime soon. But you play as a black woman in that one. Okay. Oh, Shadow of the Colossus. Mafia, where you play as this Italian, maybe Sicilian mob bosses. And you have this game played as a white main protagonist. Haven't played that one yet. That's the deluxe edition of that shit. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, where you play as just all white protagonists. I don't think there's not one black protagonist in Resident Evil. I think you have what? Carlos? I think he's Hispanic. That's something completely different. I want to play that soon. That's fucking adorable. Belmont's Curse. That's a white woman. Oh wait, what the hell? John Wick, white man. I'm definitely on that shit immediately. Now, I'm not gonna continue this shit. It's already getting to 17 minutes, but you get my point. You get my point, right? So her talking points is just so contrived. Like it's like, oh, let me try to defend this and not take this shit how it's looking in context, bro. You're just trying to make it seem like it's only just like surface level. Like anytime somebody comes, like I know there's good criticism when needed, but most of these people are not talking about criticism in the way that you think they are. They're using this shit as nothing. Oh my, like anytime a motherfucker say something about a woman protagonist, it's immediately woke. Anytime it's a character that is a minority, woke. Anytime it's somebody that says, oh, the character might be gay, woke. Let's not play dumb here. Like that is literally what people are saying. That is like most of people are saying. And you cannot be serious and be like thinking that you're gonna complain this fucking much about it. Like the only reason I guarantee you, if you take the aesthetic of Stellar Blade and apply it to like God Lao Fei and like give her a big gazangas, motherfuckers would not be complaining. We already know it's surface level bullshit that you're complaining about. Surface level bullshit. That's what it is. Surface level bullshit.
Here's what we do.
I want to see what some of these comments have to say.
It wants to tell a woman's story, which is completely fine, but instead of building her a brand new world, they hand her an existing one and move the original lead into the passenger seat or the trunk. And I think that
running
if this
them
was
through
just
the opposite of a
not
beauty
consistent
filter.
pattern, people might not be so vocal about it. I don't know, it's hard to say.
Shut the hell up. They always gonna be vocal. I love the first Stella definitely getting blood. I wonder why. I'm Korean and I like Western games from the past. I hope that they regain their former value. I always enjoy former values. I wonder what the fuck that means. Just be centered around white male protagonists? Hmm. Hmm. Finally, somebody admits she looks noticeably younger in this shot while also acknowledging that she looks older. Fuck are you talking about? I think they're talking about Stellar Blade. Still waiting for the don't like it, don't buy it crowd to start complaining again when we don't buy. Who gives a fuck? Dudley Dog, who gives a fuck? You ain't nobody. We don't give a shit if you don't buy it. You acting like your one option not to buy this game is going to affect sales. I guarantee you this game will be completely fucking fine. I guarantee you this game will sell well. Where's my other phone? Where's my other phone? I can give some fucking examples on how well some games games have fared, given that they're not all based off of fucking like Stellar Blade. Okay. How well did Ghost of Yote sell? Ghost of Yote sold 3.3 million copies worldwide, and the first 32 days on sale, Sony reported the title significantly contributed to the financial result, exceeded the unit sales of Ghost of Tsushima during its early time frame. What else do we have here? Let's see what else. What else? Fuck. Because I remember they were trying to boycott the fuck out of this and try to complain that the main voice actor for and the motion cap actors for Yote or Yalte, I think Atsu. I mean, I'm tripping. That she was, I'm thinking she was, damn, I can't remember if she was non-binary or not. She was a proud member of the LGBT community, and I thought that her politics would bleed into the game for whatever the fuck reason, because, you know, they're dumb as fuck. So they just, like, said that this game was going to be trash, and this is the type of crowd that she garners, because it's giving off alteori. They never learned the reason why is because all the people responsible never suffer consequences for their choices. What fucking choices? Not being... What, including women and minorities into video games? That's using motherfucker sense. Like, I'm kind of confused because some of these games are still doing well and still getting sequels. So, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Y'all don't have a problem with the Oscar, like, because they announced the new sequel to the Aliens, but I ain't seen no problem with her. But I guess it's based off the fact that she's only a first person character and you only see her in cutscenes, so like you really can't complain. But I guarantee they possibly will. The current title, God of War. Who gives a fuck? I guarantee you idiots wouldn't have known any different if it didn't have the God of War title. Because you motherfuckers need you motherfuckers need pink paint or yellow paint just to understand what the fuck it is. It's literally letting you know it's a title in the God of War franchise. If it didn't have that title, I guarantee you idiots wouldn't have known. If they did not have the God of War title and it just said Santa Monica, you idiots would have thought it was a different IP. This nigga said, I feel bad for the model. She looks so much better in real life. They should try to original characters instead of modeling. What the fuck are you talking about? There's a significant difference with God of War and Twin Ragnarok compared to God of War. Bitch, you acting like back then that the fucking appearance looks like better somehow. And you acting like women do not fucking age. Everybody age. That's what the passage of time is, you dumbass. You dumb fuck. What's your name? What is your fucking name? Sharif Sarar? Whatever the fuck that is. The cube and ribbon reminds me of... Bitch, did you just say off? Bro, before you comment something, make sure you proofread your shit before you just start posting shit. Let's not try to contribute Forspoken armband to the Rubin cube, cube and ribbon from. Let's not even try to do that. Those are two totally different. What some Disney bullshit? What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the. Oh my god. Also, she doesn't shut up, bro. Bro, what's the difference between the ribbon and Mimir talking while you're in mid fucking combat? Like, what's the fucking difference? But some talking about, okay, it blows my mind how social media is something that pushes unrealistic beauty standards but absolutely hates beautiful women and shames women while also ignoring all the game. What game sexualizes men? And let's be completely fucking honest. Women have two totally different understanding of what sexualizing means compared to what you consider sexualization. Oh, a man having his shirt off is what you consider sexualization because you have such a base level understanding of what sexualization even means. Some women can think grunting or a general flex of shoulders, or sorry, you just saw the spit just come out, or just like any like subtle details of like sexual like sexualization. And not all women, like for example, not all women find Kratos attractive. Not all women find Leon attractive. Some women like dad bods. Some women like people that are physically fit. Some people like an average in between. See, that's the fucking difference. That dumbass fucking comment is so fucking stupid. Bro, I guarantee you FBI open up. I guarantee you if the money dry, which will never happen at any point in time. What ugly stick are you talking about? Let's be dead ass here. Niggas is talking about God of Laufey, God of laundry. What the fuck are we doing? See, this is you absolute. I don't want to say what I'm about to say to this woman because she's also the very fucking reason we're polluting this shit because she just allowing and advocating for this shit in her own comment section. Like people that don't regulate their fucking comment section is a direct reflection of the person that they are themselves. She's a fucking grifter. She is an alteori 2.0. Oh my god, I wish somebody would look at this, bro. I don't have what I need to be able to critique her accurately and like with the time and dedication that is needed to understand this, bro. Bro. I wish I could send this to the Birdman, but I feel like it's just basically reiterating talking points that alteori possibly have already fucking made. So it just be like completely pointless. I don't want to waste his time like that. I don't want to waste his time like on something simple like this. But hey, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm done. Bye.